Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm Henry Higgins III, and for regular viewers, or even if you just scan the content of the channel, you'll know that I love movies, I love comic books, I love wrestling, I love collecting, be that action figures, statues, art, wall art, shelf art, or other collectibles such as props or copy of props, replicas. And of course, I love music. And it's going to be the latter of those that we'll be focusing on today as we take a look at great songs by artists that you may not know, but you definitely should make a point of checking out. Now, this list is not in any order of preference, it's just 10 great songs from artists who I believe deserve, or deserved for those that are no longer active, they deserved a bigger audience. So without any further ado, let's get started. Number 1, the Devlins, Crossing the River. To kick us off, we turn to one of the best movie soundtracks of all time, in my opinion, Batman Forever. A fun movie as well, but that's a story for another time. No hyperbole, every track on the soundtrack for Batman Forever is a banger. And among the likes of Method Man, Eddie Vedder, Seal and U2, there was this song from an Irish band called the Devlins, who I'd never heard of to that point. However, after one listen to Crossing the River, I knew that I had to change that. A great example of that mid-90s style of indie alt-rock that was prevalent at the time. Crossing the River ticks all the boxes, and this is the perfect time to discover the band, because after a decade-long hiatus, they're actually releasing a new single called All the Days in early October, and they're actually currently touring smaller venues to promote it. So go listen to their back catalogue and jump on the hype train pending their return. Number 2, Bright Kelly, Apocalypse Driving. There were many choices for this slot, including Since I Weathered the Storm and Shake Till the Fever Is Gone. But for me, Apocalypse Driving, it just stands a midge above the others. Lyrically fun to sing along to. It has a tempo and beat you can't help but slap your knee in time with. It's fantastic on so many levels. The entire Quiet Ones EP is a must listen to. Review of that is on another video on the channel, I'll link to it below. And Apocalypse Driving as an introduction to Bright Kelly is as close to perfect as you can get. Number 3, Cera Gibson, YDWMH. Now the name Cera Gibson may not ring a bell, but if you've been online at any point in the last few years, you've likely seen her viral clip on Dick Size. Sorry to get a little crude with you. And that is how she appeared on my radar. But after finding out she is also an artist, I checked out her content, and the 5-track EP Uninspired blew me away. There is a review of that on the channel also, and that will be in the description below as well. But from that EP, YDWMH, You Don't Want My Heart, it wormed its way into my brain and it's never leaving. It's a high-tempo track with lyrics delivered in a way that is absolutely pleading with you to listen to them. That they are being sung just for you. And you need to listen to the pain that's bubbling under the surface of every word. Absolutely flawless. Go check her out. She had a release party this weekend for her new single, so check that out as well and follow the hype train. She's going to be huge. Number 4, Mourning Ritual, Bad Moon Rising. While this is a cover of a classic, Mourning Ritual make it their own by completely changing the style while keeping the lyrics intact, forever altering the intent and the tone of the message the original was giving to give a darkness where once was jovial frivolity. It's an absolutely flawless example of what a good cover version should be. It's intense, It's powerful, it's brilliant, it gets in your head, sets a mood, and is definitely one you should take a listen to. Number 5, Sid Matters, Obstacles. Sid Matters came onto my radar thanks to Life is Strange. It's one of my favourite gaming experiences and one that is absolutely loaded with an astounding soundtrack. Sid is on there multiple times, and while To All of You is the first track you hear in the game, and how that is done diegetically in game is absolutely astounding. It's one of those experiences I wish I could forget I've already done it to experience it for the first time again. But for me, Obstacles is the better of the two tracks. It instills a feeling of nostalgia even on your first listen. It makes you feel nostalgic. It has great lyrics, a song that just makes me feel good inside, and has actually inspired a few pieces of art that I've done over the years. Number 6, Bright Eyes, Lua. Sticking with the Life is Strange soundtrack, this is simply a beautiful song. It's easygoing, with a happy-go-lucky delivery, but with lyrics that hide a darkness aimed at society in general and the ills of the modern world. It's a perfect song just for sitting with friends, chilling, as you contemplate what it's all about. It's winsome and uplifting, sorrowful and wistful in equal measure. Listen while sitting at the window at night as the rain falls down for full effect on your body, mind and soul. Number 7, Key Theory, Stand By Me. Number 7 is another cover of a classic, and it's another example of an artist taking something we all know and making it their own. Key Theory's version of Stand By Me has been featured in many TV shows, for me most prominently the following, and it's easy to understand why. In an era where covers giving melancholy slowed down versions are 10 a penny, this was a pioneer. It was a pioneer of that specific genre, and for me it remains one of the best examples of that. It takes the Benny King opus and turns it into a song of defiance, a call to overcome your demons, and Key Theory knock it out the park. This is an absolute gem. Number 8, OCCAM'S Razor, Our Past Undone. OCCAM'S Razor were a band from Fresno, California, and they popped up on my Facebook feed back when I had one roughly 15, maybe 17 years ago. And after we got chatting, they graciously allowed me to use one of their tracks as my entrance theme when I was still wrestling. I picked Our Past Undone as I loved the lyrics, I loved the tone, the heavy beat, the strong riffs, and for a wrestling entrance it had an awesome start leading to a perfect scream to break the curtain to. That drop just before you pop out the curtain is extremely important, and this was perfect. And it's a fantastic metal track that has remained on my playlist long after my wrestling retirement, and every time it comes up I go back to being the Hangman, David Cage. Number 9, Young Heart Attack, Starlight. If you want a song that makes you feel like you can take on the world and win, Starlight is the perfect track for you. As upbeat can get, fast tempo, fun to sing along with, and perfect for that solo walk through town when you're looking for something to put a spring in your step. I love this song with all my heart. And when it pops up on my playlist, you bet your arse I'll be on my feet singing, I'll be on my feet dancing, hopping around the lounge with everything I've got. Go listen to this, your world will change. And number 10, Kate Nix, Make Waves. I mentioned earlier at the beginning of the video, long-term viewers will know my passions and what I like to make videos about. Long-term viewers of the channel will also know that I'm a huge fan of Kate Nix and have been for years at this point. So what better way to round out this list than with her? Picking just one from her extensive back catalogue was no easy feat. Selecting a single track to highlight why you should be listening to K-Nex was quite the challenge. However, as an introduction to Kate's magnificent output, Make Waves is the go-to choice. It's a self-reflective masterpiece that gets to your soul. It gets right into your bones. It's introspective and a testament to her talents, and a look back at what got her to that point. Make Waves will be on your regular rotation playlist as soon as you've heard it, immediately after you hear it for the first time. It's an astounding piece of songwriting, it's an astounding piece of composition. Make Waves came from the EP The Fine Line Between Oof and Yikes, another one that was reviewed on the channel. I'm going to have its link below. So go check that out, go check out the other artists. There will be links in the description below where I have links to Spotify and social media channels, to Bandcamp, and anything else that will get you to these tracks, get you to these artists. So please do take the time to go and seek them out. And that's our list. So there will be links below to these artists where I could find them, such as Spotify, Bandcamp, their social medias. So please do go check them out. Add them to your playlist, add them to your rotations, expand your musical library, and just enjoy the songs for what they are. So hopefully, with all of that, there are a few artists that have been placed on your radar and that you will check out and they will make an impression on you. So thank you for taking the time out of your day to check out this video. Please like, share and subscribe, you know the drill, and leave your comments below. So take care of yourself. Enjoy your weekend. It's a bank holiday weekend for us here in the UK, though I myself am on leave from work until September the 2nd, so I'm going to make the most of that. I'm off to see Alien Romulus this afternoon with Josh, so I'm looking forward to that, but I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.